Hey YouTube, hope everybody's doing all right. I thought I'd come on here for talk for a minute about YouTubers breaking news, breaking stories. I don't know that we should be doing that. I mean, people do whatever they do. Thank God they have some variety in what they do. I mean, if your channel does a certain thing, I don't think you should be copying what everybody else is doing. Like, why would they watch you, right? But I noticed there's a lot of trouble going on here now. Of course, everybody talking about this story between Tashia K and Lovely T, both successful YouTubers. Tashia K seems to be sort of obsessed with breaking news first, or catching stories before anyone else. And I don't know that it's necessarily the right thing to do. Because when you break the story, you're the one who bears all the responsibility for the story, right? Now, is having all kind of legal problems. I don't care what Tashia K is making on YouTube. She does not have money to be thrown around from lawyer to lawyer to lawyer to lawyer. That's crazy as hell. And it all comes from these unvetted stories that she breaks. See, when news organizations, CNN, MSNBC, all of the cable stations, all of the regular news stations, they have teams. Tashia K says she has a team, but we never seen the team. Anyway, they have editorial teams, editorial staff. They have people that go over and over and over, editors, to make sure that their information is correct before they break it. Because a lot of people just want clout. I mean, they want to get on YouTube and with the story. So you're always susceptible. If people know that you're hungry for these stories, they're going to feed you stuff. Feed you stories that are not necessarily true. So Tashia K is having all this trouble. Now, I don't know. I would love to be able to come on here and talk about the story between Tashia K and Lovely T, because they're both very successful. Whenever you talk about people like that, then you gain a few more subscribers. That's how the game's played. I'm not making it up. That's just the way it is. But this thing is so deep, I can't even follow the story because it would require hours of investigation. So since I'm not able to take time to investigate exactly what happened, and Tasha's got like 3 or 4 stories going at the same time, 3 or 4 lawsuits at the same time, people being served and all this kind of stuff. If I wanted to take time to research all this stuff, then I could speak on their case, right? But I can't. So instead of that, I just want to talk about people breaking stories. Now, I know there was an incident a few months ago where this one, he's a medium-sized YouTuber, a little bigger than me, but this one YouTuber had a story, right? He had found out some information. So he contacts this other YouTuber who has been known to break an occasional story, right? So the person A wanted to talk about the story, but he didn't want to break it because the responsibility goes on the person who breaks the news, right? So he contacts the other person and tells the other person, listen, here's a great juicy story for you. They both dealt in the same kind of stories about church stuff. Here's a great story for you. And I'm going to give it to you because I don't want to break it. But if you break it, then I can talk about it because it's a trending topic. See? When you have a trending topic that is already out there, your responsibility is much, 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 much less. So, I think Tashia K, a lot of these problems she's getting involved in now is because she's trying to be a journalist. Gossip journalist, if there's such a thing. I would recommend it. Now, she got to go in here and she got to fight these people who she's made accusations, people with big organizations behind them, lots of lawyers. I mean, she's probably making a pretty decent living. I think she's got damn near 500,000 subscribers. So, she makes decent living. But this girl's about to have a baby, a child. And I think she don't want to be having her income compromised by all these lawsuits and having her time compromised by all these lawsuits. It just seems to me not even to be that. I know women can work when they're pregnant. I understand that, but I don't know that I would be just reveling in all the stress of all these different kind of legal situations just to break a story. Because in the end, people like you, they're going to go to your channel anyway. They want to hear your opinion about what's going on. It doesn't. You don't have to break the story, in my opinion. So I understand what this guy did. Those two I was talking about a minute ago. He contacted someone else. Well, they got a juicy story out of the deal, but they're going to bear responsibility if it's not right, right? Let someone else break it, then I can speak about it. I'm not going to be on here breaking stories and accusing people of things that I have not thoroughly vetted. You understand? I mean, what my opinion on all that is? All that controversy is not worth breaking the story because we're going to all talk about the same damn thing. If you get there a few hours more, I mean, what does that do? That just gives you the brunt of the responsibility for breaking the damn story because you started it, essentially. So I think those things should be left up to journalists, newspapers. I mean, New York Times, they break stories every day, but they have a staff. They have a qualified staff of journalists to vet all of the information they put out. They can be sued as well. Oh my goodness, my eyes are terrible. It's a beautiful day in San Francisco. My eye got something in it. It's a beautiful day here. Of course, my building is still covered up with scaffolding and shit, so I have to go and physically get out there in it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So anyway, what I'm saying for other YouTubers, pay attention. You don't want this kind of heat this girl is bringing on to herself. I don't know the situation with Lovely T, and I'm just too lazy to go and figure out exactly what happened between those two, because it would be juicy. That's what I need a staff for. If I had somebody to go and research it, give me all the details, then I would be able to talk about it. But I'm not going to just talk about something I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's why it's good to catch a story. You want to catch it early enough. Catch it early enough where you're getting it fresh from the people involved. But I don't know that you need to be breaking these stories and trying to interview people and relatives and things like that. It's dangerous for you, because if they're lying and you break the story, then you're going to bear the brunt of the responsibility. More so even than the person who told you the story. Perhaps they can be sued for libel if they're not being honest, telling the truth, but you can find yourself in court as well. So, because I have a lot of things to do, I can't sit here and get into this story, but that is a big story for Tasha and Lovely T. I like Lovely T especially. And I think Tasha is just a very ambitious woman. She's very ambitious, but now people can make careers out of being very ambitious, but it just seems like a very stressful life to me. You get a lot of shine. That's what everybody's talking about on YouTube. And I guess her idea is to eventually cross over to where she's doing more than YouTube, where she's doing regular media. So it's risky. It's very risky, because one of them people actually pursues one of these lawsuits. Some of them just want an apology. But if somebody like Cardi B really decides to put her foot in your neck because she feels like you've had yours and hers for a couple of years even, that could end up very bad for this girl Tasha. So my advice to you, a lady, if you come across this kind of thing, you don't have to break the stories, and you do not have to pursue these people and accept what they say as gospel, because many times it's not. This recent story we talked about with Wendy Williams, and the guy came on and talked about all the sex escapades, whatever, and I kind of believed the guy, but who am I to determine if he's telling the truth or not? That can end up a huge, big mess if the people decide to pursue it. It's all up to the people, who are perceived as the victims. If Wendy Williams want to go after you, how you going to fight that? How you going to fight these girls out here buying Rolls Royces and limousines and shit? How you going to fight somebody like that if they decide to go after you? It's all up to their decision. Just like that girl Cardi B, she said enough is enough, and she decided to get up in your ass. They have power. Money is power, honey. Particularly when it's attached to a celebrity as well. So she got a lot more followers than you do, Tashia K, believe it or not. I would say if you want to talk about something, just talk about what's trending. Trending news, I think, is a safer place for YouTubers. Only my opinion. And of course, I have to share my opinion because that's what I do. All right, people. I got to go get some doggy treats. My dog done ran out of all his favorite treats. And I don't understand these damn places. He's got treats that he loves, that like dental things. And I have to go all over town to find out who has them seconds. Go to Ross and all these kind of people who, these secondary stores. What do you call the other one? Big Lots and all that kind of places. Because I cannot find it in the store. And it's a great product. He loves them. So I got to go physically to all these different stores and see who has gotten a hold of these twisty dental sticks. Bad business. Just saying.